All right, party people. This your man Griff. Woo, out here in the country doing the closing this morning at 10. It's 9:38, so got a little bit of time to chop it up with y'all. So I always be looking around because I be all out here in the woods and stuff. Make sure ain't nothing trying to creep up on a brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm just gonna talk in general when it comes to this thing of certifications. When you really understand this business and what it takes to be a notary, and actually first you need to understand what it takes to be a notary, what the roles and responsibilities are, and then as you apply it to doing business with entities in the industry that need that in an industry for as estate planning, with the apostille, the loan closings, all of that. When you understand what they need from you, us as notaries, then the question comes, what certifications would I need or that they will be looking for in order to say that I know what I'm doing? Because that's really what a certification, a degree, is for. It's to show that you have something that's recognized by the industry as a whole. And that recognized certification degree lays the groundwork for you knowing what you're supposed to do. So now the question becomes, what certification is out there that does that? And that's recognized. Because you got to define the criteria. The criteria the criteria is it's recognized by the industry as a whole. So as a industry of notaries, what certification, what training is being recognized by who? Who's the leader of this industry? And no, it's not the NNA. They're just an association that we could be a part of or not a part of, but they don't run the notary industry. What runs the notary industry is your state, just for you. That's just the truth of the matter. And I would love for somebody to show me otherwise. Your state says you're commissioned with us to do ... End the story. Now, when you have these random individuals, irregardless of how much time they've been in the business, how much closings or whatever they've done, regardless of how much money they made, the question then becomes, this training course that they have, what makes it the end all be all? What am I being trained in? Does my state recognize it? If my state doesn't recognize what they're doing, then why am I taking the course? Well, I just want to try to get a better understanding. Okay, get a better understanding of what? What is it that you're trying to ascertain? That's the big fancy word. What kind of education are you trying to ascertain from this course? What is it that is supposed to set you apart from everybody else? Because that's what certifications is supposed to do. It's supposed to make you somebody special and everybody else not special. It's supposed to say that you have training that makes you better than everybody else. What is it that I'm trying to get better in? What is the training supposed to help me to be better in? And is the information or the skill set or whatever it's trying to make me better at, is it even something I'm supposed to do in accordance with my state law? If you approach notary training from that perspective, you probably going to realize real quick that the stuff that people are teaching out here is just their own personal opinion. It's just based off of their own individual experience in their state. And that it probably doesn't apply, not even probably, it doesn't apply to you. And is it something cutesy and makes you feel good, like you learned something and accomplished something because this is information you didn't know, so they're teaching you something you didn't know, but it's not like you really needed to know it in order to be successful in the business. Because it's not recognized by your state. That person isn't recognized by your state. So if somebody takes time out and puts together a course and it doesn't help you to stay in line with your state statutes, to me, that ain't worth a whole lot of money. If I'm going to spend money on something, it got to be something that's going to help me to be better at what my state wants me to do. But I don't know whether it can help me be better at what my state wants me to do if I don't know what my state wants me to do. So that means I got to take time out and learn and understand what is it that I'm supposed to do in accordance with my state law. At this point, you're probably saying, Griff, you done said that like 11 times. You're right. Because it bears repeating. That's the hallmark. That's the standard. That's the staple of our existence as notaries, to do the notarizations in accordance with our state law. It is not to do anything in accordance with a training course that is not approved by our state. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I've been asked by many people over the last year about being certified to do estate planning. The vast majority of notaries out here don't even like being NNA certified. We do it because working through the signing companies, this is something that they've made mandatory. But in all honesty, you don't have to be in order to do work, because there are companies that contact me that don't operate with SnapDocs or any signing platform, and they don't ask me, am I NNA certified? They don't even ask me, am I do I even have E&O insurance or none of that. They like, hey, you're a notary, we see you do a lot of work. Are you available? The answer is yes, I am. Here's what we're gonna pay you. Is that good? That works. Or what's your fee? Here's my fee. Does that good for y'all? Yes. And then I get paid. None of my direct clients that I have ever asked me. Well, I'm sorry, I had one that I had, but I'm not working with them anymore. I only had one that actually wanted like that kind of information, like my E&O and all of that kind of stuff. But other than that, none of the ones I'm currently working with are like, hey, update us every year on your E&O. Make sure you take the NNA certification. No one. Checking my time. No one. So with that being said, I started thinking, I'm like, well, do I really need the certification? Now, again, because I do stuff on SnapDocs and signing order and signature closers, I continue to get the NNA certification. To me, it's pointless, because once you've done this business actively for at least 3 years, you understand what to do and what not to do. So when it comes to estate planning, I have 3 companies that I work with. One direct connection that I have to work. A good friend of mine, Jessica, she got me connected with them. And the other 2 comes from SnapDocs. And neither one of them have ever asked me, am I certified to do estate planning? And I'm just being real with y'all. I've never been told that I had to go get anybody's certification to do estate planning. Again, what am I being taught to do? And from what I've been told is that you're being taught to go through the documents. Again, is that what my state says I'm allowed to do? Is that considered giving legal advice? If it's deemed giving legal advice by my state, then I can't do it. I cannot talk about the documents. So therefore, why am I getting certified in something that I'm legally not allowed to do? To get certified in something and then don't execute the something that you're certified in doesn't make a bit of sense. It don't make any sense whatsoever. To be certified to explain documents, because that's really what the certification is, from my understanding, The marketing aspect, most human beings can figure out if they stop being scared and stop being lazy and stop looking for somebody to give them just a plug and play thing. Go out there and work. You can figure the marketing out. So it's like, I don't need that. And I'm sitting here, and then the all of the estate planning closing appointments that I've done, there has never been anything that I needed to explain to any single customer. Not one. Because by the time they get to the point of signing those documents, they already have worked out every minute detail of their estate plan. So for me to come in blind, not knowing anything, you see what I'm saying? What is there for me to say? This is something you want to do. I'm just here to watch you sign, stamp, and I'm out. You pay me $125, you pay me $85, you pay me whatever we agree upon. That's money that I just made it that my competition didn't make. Excuse me. It's that simple. So y'all need to start thinking hard. You need to start thinking 5 times, not just twice, but 5 times. And the person who wants you to spend money getting certified with them in something that they created, they made up, they put together, whether it's apostille, loan closings, general notary work, I hate to say it, even field inspections. And there's people that doing something, and I'm just being honest across the board. Because there's people out here, they tight on money and they trying to figure out, what do I need to spend my money on next? Estate planning, all of these things that people keep saying you need to get certified in. You need to get some kind of specialized training to make you better in it. Where's the proof that that's actually valid? That it's going to help me with the core of what I'm supposed to be doing. And I always say, approach this as if your son or daughter was coming into this business. You want to make sure that they're not wasting their time and money. Y'all send your kids off to college and you get mad if they even think about, they hadn't done it, if they think about changing majors, if they think about not taking a particular class, if they think about taking a semester off. You're like, whoa. You getting down to the nitty gritty. You should calculate and carry the 3 divided by pi. Nah, nope, that's going to cost me an extra $50,000. No, you stay in your hind parts in there. You're going to just get you some sleep at night. You just don't be going to all them little parties and games, and get your hind parts out of college now, because I'm helping you to pay for this and it's costing me too much daggone money. So when you start counting the cost of doing of your son or daughter, same thing with the notary business. Count the cost. Like, okay, do I really need to do this? Because you're saying I need this, but why? And what are the scenarios? And the scenarios that I'm understanding with regards to estate planning don't fit everybody and isn't in every state. That's the thing. So you got to really sit down and think about, why do I need this? What's the scenario in which somebody is actually looking for this? Is this something that the estate planning group attorneys nationwide are looking for, or is it just something local? Get what I'm saying? Which one is it? Is it statewide? Is it nationwide? Is it just local? Who needs me to have this certification? Who is looking for me to have this certification? That's the question. And then I would take it a step further. I would then say, okay, well, let me talk to one of those estate planning individuals that say they want this here, because I want to hear from them. I want them to explain to me why they feel it's necessary for me to do this. Where did this come from? That's what I would like to know from them. When did your organization decide that they needed somebody with this type of credentials? And what was the problem that y'all was faced with that warranted a need for this? That's what good business owners do when they start getting into stuff, because you got to justify your expenditure. And it's like, okay, what do you want me to pay? You want me to pay this? You want me to do this? You want me to get certified in that? Okay, got it. But why? What? And what? Because the certification is supposed to help prevent some kind of bad thing from happening. So what is the bad thing that's happening? Or is it something that you're getting certified in to do so you can just do somebody else's job that you really shouldn't be doing legally per your state, but you're doing it because it's like, hey, we'll have the notary do it. Right. Why you want me to do it? Well, we really don't want to do it. So we're going to get you trained up to do it. Okay, but does my state law allow me to do that? And is the training that you're having me to go to, is it recognized by my state in order for them to be okay with me doing it as a notary? Well, we don't know. Well, why don't you find out before you get any of my money? Well, that's on you. You need to figure that out. Then I don't need your course. Because it tells me, that right there tells me that you as an individual didn't do your due diligence before doing this course. And again, this video is in response to a lot of people been asking me about this. So these are my thoughts. Take them or leave them. But I haven't had to be certified. And to be honest, there might be some companies out there that may want that certification, whatever it is, and there's several out there. Here's the thing. Are those companies I would want to work with? Are they sketchy? All of these thoughts come to mind. But that's something y'all got to figure out. Talk to y'all later. Peace.